the first test for handwritten because it was my first year teaching at Dilworth. And there was just a few typewriters in the school. I didn't have any computer or typewriter at home. So the only time I had was either in my prep period or when I had a study hall. So it was just easier for me to actually handwrite the test. My main teaching style is probably lecture and then group work and then review and test, but a lot of lecture, and then I'd get the students into groups and they'd probably work on something. And we always had to have a review before the test, so it'd be kind of a Jeopardy game of a lot of things that are going to be on the test the day before, and then we'd have the test the next day. In the 80s, there were basically no standards. You had a textbook, you pretty much went by chapter, and you kind of took the headings of each chapter, and that was kind of your outline. You had vocabulary words, you had people's names, places for history, but that was primarily the standards, is pretty much what was in the textbook. I look back at those tests, they were probably all too objective, too lower level type things. Today I would ask more questions that would get them to think about, why did the U.S., get into the war? What were some implications of certain things? I would have more thought-provoking questions now that would go to actually the students taking the data and taking the facts, but then moving beyond that and putting things into more analytical way in which they would review the matter and then come up with their own opinion. Way more convenient. I mean, back in the mid-'80s, we did all of our grades by hand. We were right into a book. So if a student said, well, what's my grade right now? You'd have to get a calculator out and calculate everything and get that percentage. So it's a huge, huge change. More convenient now. You can plug in a score, immediately see what the percent, see where they're at, see what students need. Plus, you can actually get that information out to the parents if they can get onto the computer system. Also now, today, you have a smart board or whatever those are called, and you can use those and bring up all sorts of video and that type of thing that can really enhance your teaching. So technology has really helped.